Today we will discuss the game theory. Game theory is a very important topic in the subject operation research. So in this lecture we will see the theoretical aspect of a game theory. So what is the first of all we see the definition. After that, what are the different models of game theory and what are the different terms we generally use in a game theory. So first we see the definition. So game theory is the understanding the complex world with a simple examples. So game theory is the formal study of a strategic interaction. So strategic interaction is nothing but the when there are two competitors and they each having the fix or some course of action for their decisions to making the decision. So what a strategy should be they adopt optimally to get the maximum profit and the maximum loss of opponent. That is for this study we will use the game theory. So in strategic setting, the actions of several agents are independent. Each agent's outcomes depends on not only on his actions but also on the actions of other agents. So this is very important. In the game theory, the action when we take actions, the outcome does not only depend on our action but it is also depend on opponent action also. So how to predict the opponent's play and respond optimally, that is the main objective of a game theory. So this theory is helpful when two or more individuals or organization with conflicting objectives try to make decisions. In such a situation, a decision made by one decision maker affects the decision made by one or more of the remaining decision makers, and the final outcomes depends upon the decision of all the parties. Such situation often arises in the field of business, industry, economics, sociology, military training, etc. So where should we use this theory? So there are many wide application of this theory. So this theory is applicable widely in variety of situations, such as two players struggling to win the chess. In this situation also we use the game theory. Candidates fighting for the elections, two enemies planning to war tactics, firms struggling to maintain their market in shares, or launching the advertisement campaign by the companies marketing competing products, and negotiations between the organization and unions, and many more. So there are many applications of a game theory. So first of all we will see you will understand now what is the game theory. We will see one example. Suppose there is a war situation between India and Pakistan. So suppose India having the three course of action, 1, 2 and 3. So first course of action is the economic, second one is suppose ceasefire in the LOC, and third one is the other. Okay, and Pakistan also having the three course of actions. Okay, so when India will choose the one particular economic course of action, that is they will stop the funding to the Pakistan, or they will stop the export to the Pakistan. So there are two aspects. There may be the loss of India as well as there may be the profit of India. But India should try to take such course of action, that is he will get the maximum profit and minimum loss. Okay, maximum profit and minimum loss. And in case of Pakistan, this course of action of India should be such that the Pakistan should be having the maximum loss and having the minimum win. Okay, so there is both parties will get the win, but which party get the maximum win and which party get the minimum win, that should be decided by using the game theory. So there are some characteristics of a game theory. So first characteristic, there are finite numbers of participants or competitors. If the number of participants is 2, then game is called as a 2-person game. Okay, or for number greater than 2 we call it as a n-person game. So this is important. Second characteristic is each participant has available to him a list of finite numbers of possible course of actions. So the list may not be the same for each participants. Third one is each participant knows all the possible choices available to others but does not know which of them is going to be chosen by them. Fourth characteristic is a play is said to be occur when each of the participants choose one of the course of action available to him. When he will choose the course of action, the play will start. The choices are assumed to be made simultaneously, so no one get the information about the another choices. Fifth characteristic is every combination of a course of actions determines an outcomes which results in a gains and gains to the participants. The gain may be the positive, negative or zero. Negative gain is called as a loss and positive gain is called as a win. The gain of a participant depends not only on his own actions but also on those others. The gains for payoffs for each and every play are fixed and specified in advance and are known to the each player. That is the seventh characteristic of a game theory. And last characteristic is that the players make individual decisions without direct communications. So these are some assumptions, or these are some characteristics should be followed while using the game theory. Now we will see certain game models which are used in generally in the situation. So first one is the first model is depend on the number of person. If the game involves only two players, it is called as a two-person game. If there are more than two players, it is named as a n-person game. An n-person game does not imply that exactly n players are involved in it. Rather, it means that the participant can be classified into mutually exclusive groups and with all members in a group having the identical interest. That is maybe the possibility. Now the second model is the sum of payoffs. Okay, payoffs means wins or profits. So based on sum of payoffs, there are game model. If the sum of payoffs or gains or losses to the players is 0, then the game is called as a zero game, or otherwise game is called as a non-zero sum game. So this is the second model. Third model is the number of strategies. If the number of strategies, moves or choices is finite, then the game is called as a finite game. If not, it is called as an infinite game. So these are the three models based on the three types. That is the based on number of players, based on sum of payoffs, and based on number of strategies. Now we will see some general terms used in a game theory. So first term is a game. It is an activity between the two or more person involving actions by each one of them according to the set of rules, which results in some gain, that may be the positive, negative, or zero for each. If in a game the actions are determined by skills, it is called as a game strategy. Now second term we use is the player. So each participant or competitor playing a game is called as a player. Each player is equally intelligent and rational in approach, so they are not naturally biased. Now what is play? A play of a game is said to occur when each player chooses the one of his course of action. Now there is one general term used is the strategy. It is the predetermined rules by which the player decides his course of action from his list of course of actions during the game. To decide a particular strategy, the player need not know other strategy. That is very important. Now there are two types of strategy. First one is a pure strategy. So it is a decision rule to always select a particular course of action. It is usually represented by number with which the course of actions is to be associated. Next one is the next type of strategy is mixed strategy. It is a decision in advance of all plays to choose a course of action for each play in accordance with some probability distribution. Then if we use the probability distribution in the strategy, then we call it as a mixed strategy. And in pure strategy there is no probability distribution, but we will directly take a decision. Next term is a optimal strategy. So to get the maximum win and minimum loss, or opponent maximum loss and minimum win, we perform, or we have to act as an optimal strategy. So optimal, the strategy that puts the player in the most preferred position irrespective of strategy of opponent, is called as optimal strategy. Any deviation from his strategy will reduce his payoffs. Next one is the zero sum game. We already discussed. If the payoffs payoffs is zero, that means if the win of a player is equal to the loss of opponent are equal, then we call it as a zero sum game or constant game. So these are some theoretical aspect of a game theory. In the next lecture we will see how to solve this or how to make a strategy and how to solve the game theory problems. So thank you. If you have any question, you can find me at sbsangre@kkvark.edu.in. Please like, share and subscribe my channel.